Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I'm joined by Goon. Goon, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Glad to be here. Should be a good time.
We've got some heroic division for us today. Team Epic Arcane Lizard, previously known as Team Happy Cloud, is going to be taking on WildHeart Zeta, currently top of the heroic division here. It's going to be an interesting matchup. This is a long-time team here in Team Epic Arcane Lizard, but they're coming up against a bit of a giant right now.
Yeah, but these games the past few weeks have been pretty scrappy, and I'd argue pretty close. So anything can happen here. Both, like you said, both teams are they've been playing with each other together, as teams individually for a while. I think there's a potential for a really exciting series here, especially with this first map. We're opening up on this map. I don't want to give it away just yet, but
we'll get to that in a moment. But first, we've got some ads here. I got to let you know about some cool stuff that's going on. So let's switch over there. Number one, Storm Division Season 5. We've got a giveaway going on Matcherino. If you head on over there, if you donate at least $5, you get entered into a draw to win a cool coffee mug. $10 gets you into the draw for the mouse pad. $15 gets you into a draw for an NGS t-shirt. Matcherino.com/t/StormDivisionS5 is where you can go for that one. And they want to go. They want to draft. So let's go to map select. Real quick here, just to let you know, we are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen here for game number 1. Bans are Sky Temple and Dragonshire for Team Epic Arcane Lizard. Infernal Shrines and Cursed Hollow removed here by WildHeart Zeta. What do you think about Tomb, Goon?
You know, this isn't a map. This is a map we're starting to see more actually from the first map pick angle. I like it. It's a nice, just tight map. Lots of skirmishing. Wave clear is the name of the game. Who can take advantage of their wave priorities and the potential for some very interesting compositions. A lot of things can thrive. Look at, we're seeing a Falstad ban. You know, this is a hero that we see from time to time on the Spider Queen. Small map, can fly across everywhere. The Gus plays on that throw pit on the top side. The boss, pretty OP. But I like it a lot. This is actually probably one of my favorite maps when I first started playing the game.
I'm going to start things off with a Blaze, pretty standard here. As Junkrat is removed, I imagine Team Epic Arcane Lizard might be thinking about a Hogger in response, or they might just save that for later on in the draft here. Lucio's still up. Can be a nice thing here on Tomb. We're going to see Mom said G-Quid is going to pick up the Lucio and Galaxy Quest. Goes for that Maiev. Maiev is one that it's still kind of up here in the upper divisions where people are even looking at Maiev.
That hero is pretty good, man. Good wave clear, strong initiation. You can even run that thing as your quote-unquote main tank if you wanted to. Can augment low engage compositions or low engage tanks with just what the ability does. The wave clear is pretty strong. And Containment Disc, that's such a powerful ability. Ever since Blizzard buffed that thing, we never see the Warden's Cage, or hardly see the Warden's Cage. You know, that having that 40-second cooldown on an isolate a target, not only isolate them, but silence him for a bit afterwards. It's not bad, man. Not bad.
We're on the other side there. WildHeart Zeta, they got the Stukov Greymane coming out the gate very aggressive here. You're going to see Diablo banned away. Diablo definitely has the reach to go out there and set up those kills that Stukov and Blaze can follow up on. Jaina to be removed here by WildHeart Zeta. I guess with this comp, there's going to be a lot of jumping onto a small space, and Jaina could definitely punish that.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe there's some scouting going on here from both teams, for sure.
A lot of assassin bans. That's 3 assassin bans here for Zeta.
Right. And then the Johanna Diablo, those are 2 heroes that Danny likes to play. So those 2 being removed. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I feel like Arcane...
I like this pick here from Arcane Lizard. We were talking about, Zeta looks like they've got a comp that's all going to jump onto the same spot, and Mei is really good at punishing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, true. I wonder if it's going to be the Ice Wall or the Avalanche. I think it's going to be the Ice Wall. One of the combos that we typically see is that Ice Wall with the Dragon Strike. And then there's a Leoric Tomb, so it's looking like that could possibly be it.
There's a lot of counter, there's a lot of deny on this Team Epic Arcane Lizard squad to try to get away from the aggression that Zeta's showing in this draft. In these sort of situations, though, I kind of favor the aggressor. I feel like they've got the more straightforward play style, and it goes up onto the other team to really... The burden of execution goes onto them.
Yeah. I mean...
On in. Let's see how they do. On the left in the blue, we've got Team Epic Arcane Lizard. R275 Delta is on the Leoric. Fade is on May. OJ Juice on the Hanzo. Bomb said G-Quid on Lucio. Galaxy Quest is on Maev. Who do we got on the right, Goon?
On the right, in the red, ladies and gentlemen, we got WildHeart Zeta. We got Danny playing the Murden. Secret 333 playing the Blaze. Kira on Lunara. Juan Pablo 64 on the Greymane. And Ferret 102 playing the Stukov. Lots of numbers in these names today.
Sometimes we get to forego the numbers, shorten up the names a little bit. See what opportunities there are with these teams as the scout goes on in that little bottom vent area. Of course, the Lunara vision going to help out a lot in these rotations. Kira putting that down, and ooh, that is a quick pick. And you saw that's the combo. You put down the stun, you put down the silence, and Hanzo had nowhere to go. Couldn't jump over that wall.
Oh,
Delta actually going to be
taken
down as well. A little bit late on that Wraith Walk to get out. Very early lethality here from WildHeart Zeta.
Yeah, absolutely. On top of that, they're able to start their rotations right away, which are going to give them a lot of advantages here in this early game.
Lucio coming up to the top side, going to try to ward away here. That is something Lucio's going to be pretty good at, is seeking out those wisps and taking them down quickly.
Yeah, definitely. That wisp is so annoying. It's so
toxic. You see it there. Lucio just going to ride in, throw an auto attack, and be gone, and that's it. Greymane on the bottom side is jumping straight on the camp here. Juan Pablo timing this out as soon as possible. I imagine we're going to see him go back to the Bruiser camp right after. Team Epic Arcane Lizard, they're going to jump on their Bruiser camp first. You see that Naisha's Momentum, or Naisha's Memento, I should say, from Galaxy Quest, helping clear that out pretty quick.
What do you think about this level 1 on the Lucio? This is the all together now, I think that's what it is.
We got the party mix here.
Yeah.
For every 1 minute played, permanently increase Lucio's maximum mana by 10. Who doesn't love mana? So we see Kira staying away from the gank here in the top lane. Once you've played for 8 or more minutes, permanently increase Crossfade's range. Okay. So it does help with the Hanzo. Hanzo's going to be pretty far back. Maev likes to dive all over the place, so you get a little bit of extra healing that way. I don't know a ton about what Lucio gives up for that talent, but it is one that I see a fair amount when I do cast Lucio.
Okay. I like the Accelerando. That's the movement speed buff that you get on the wall ride. Increases the speed and the duration of the speed and how much speed you get. I like it when I'm zooming around the map and just kind of playing as a scouting Lucio. You know, taking out the wisp, scouting around, setting up for those push-offs as we just saw right there. Juan Pablo getting pulled there. Able to walk away easy peasy, no big deal. We gotta clear this Bruiser camp up before it starts to deal too much damage.
Bruiser camp pushing on in there. OJ Juice. Oh, nice pushback from Lucio. We'll see if Hanzo survives, and they do. We got a big raid coming on in from Tatsuki Chu. Coming in with 70 pals. Hope you had a great stream. Thanks for bringing everyone on over. You're here just for the start of our Heroic Division cast today.
Welcome, everybody.
Danny going after Fade here. Gets the extra stun, but there's the Cryo Freeze from May. Gonna try to turn it around. Juan Pablo may be caught here. Trying to trade out. And Greymane is going to go down Blound before May could fall.
That's some of what you were talking about there in the beginning of the game, right? How they kind of punish that all-in onto that one target. May able to throw down the nice Blizzard. And then the blind is shut down the Greymane, denying the kill. And just at that point, what are you doing as Greymane? You're 1 HP, the Hanzo's 1 HP, you don't have any cooldowns, you just say, screw it.
There's a lot of tools here for Team Epic Arcane Lizard to punish Greymane if they don't go in at the exact correct moment, and you saw it there. It looked like a sure kill, but then all of a sudden, Cryo Freeze is popped, and the Greymane's got nothing to do but go in there and try to trade.
Are you thinking we see the go for the throat or the curse bullet? What would you like to see?
Honestly, with how short of a window Greymane is going to have to get anything done, I think the go for the throat might be the play. Looks like we got a pause coming on out. We'll bring it back to us for a moment.
I agree with
Chill
you on that
until
one.
we figure out what's going on.
It's instead of bringing somebody down to, you know, chunking them out for a certain amount and then getting in there and trying to auto and then waiting for the blinds to dissipate or in the sound barrier. I'm assuming I said sound barrier. I don't know if it'll be a sound barrier, but yeah, like having that extra option, that button to just really confirm the kills and make sure that
Engage here on the top turn, and Fade going to try to turn it around onto Danny. Pull does not quite go off with the Blizzard, so Murden going to be able to walk away here. Kira just putting in that poison on the side. Extra slows coming on out as well. Delta comes on up to try to help with the wave clear. Both teams really trying to get this first turn in, but good denial. As we see Leoric and Blaze not going to let each other turn in on the bottom side either.
Oh, the Dwarf Toss got committed there to try to interrupt that turn in, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. That being said, the wave clear for the Zetas, not too bad. They should be able to clear this up without taking too much structure damage and hopefully get a turn of their own.
Fade thinking about a flank here on the mid lane. Leoric and Blaze just going to go ahead and continue their ceaseless battle on the bottom side. Danny pulled back in after the Dwarf Toss. That is go time for Team Epic Arcane Lizard. They're going to try to go after Muradin. Danny is going to be taken down there. That is, you know, once you see a Dwarf Toss interrupted, that's focus time.
He sent that. He sent that in there looking for something. You know, he was by himself, though. Thought the enemy team was alone. Got punished for that, but... So Siege mid four is pretty solid, actually. This thing's pretty healthy.
They get the whole wall down here on the bottom side. Secret could be in a spot of trouble. Is going to try to jet propulsion on the low side. Hanzo actually goes down in the mid in the meantime, but Blaze will be taken down on the bot side. This bottom lane is just so gankable, even with structures up.
Yeah, there's that huge space on the bottom half of that lane between the fort and the wall. Blaze gonna walk down there and just actually got himself killed, if anything. That's what I think happened there.
It's tough when you're Blaze, like you're a hardy character, but when you're hanging out with less than half health for that long, you're just giving that info to the other team, like, I'm still down here, still haven't tapped, still down here, and it's just saw that rotation come on out. Well played there by Team Epic Arcane Lizard.
Yeah, so I said that they weren't going to lose a whole lot. This mid fort's pretty, you know, it's like 1 HP. The walls are missing. They lost a lot more than they needed to with those picks, unfortunately. But hey, they got to turn in. Hopefully, they can swing this into their favor. There's that Dragon Strike combo I was talking about. Instead of the Ice Wall, it's actually the Avalanche.
Got an Avalanche coming on out here from May. It is Warden's Cage from Maiev as well, so going with a different style here.
Insane.
Paired with that, we've got the Entomb, Dragon Strike, and High Five. So we're going to have a bit of a clash here in the mid. We got Bruiser Camps, we got Web Weavers coming on through, but no one's got a full engage just yet.
It's a cursed bullet, man. You think you know something, right? And then these guys just troll you and pick everything else that you weren't thinking.
It's
they're
like,
wrong.
I'd say, I think Cursed Bullet is more guaranteed value.
Sure.
So I can see the pick there. Galaxy Quest going to be focused a little bit. Everyone's able to walk out. Ooh, Secret with a big stun on the gate there. Kira able to put that Blossom Swell onto the blue side. Danny going to jump on forward. We've got an Entomb here onto Secret. Blaze going to hold that bunker for now, but there's the Dragon Strike coming on out, going to force out that bunker. Silence is good on the low side. Maiev trying to walk it on back here. Juan Pablo going to be denied entry again by that Blizzard. And it's been a really nice back and forth. Good countering by both teams in these team fights.
Yeah. We saw the jet propulsion come out inside the Entomb, thinking I can just E through the through the walls here. Yeah, that bunker came out a little bit later than I was expecting. Nice Dwarf Toss there. There's a Stormball catching the Maiev. Oh, the Avalanche is actually huge.
Danny doesn't have a jump here. Is going to try to walk it on out, but there's the negative armor. Finally, the jump comes back, but it's too late. Murden going to be taken down. And this is something that, honestly, these teams probably don't have a lot of practice against, as we see a successful gank on the bottom side. Playing against Mei in general, but playing against a Mei with Avalanche, it's a lot more difficult on positioning as a tank.
Yep, you got to be cognizant of that for sure. That turn-in didn't get a whole lot here for the Zetas. Now the mid-port's going to end up going down. actually opening up the map for the Epic Arcane Lizards. That's really good for them. They're able to kind of just control this entire midsection of the map, control both turn-ins for the most part, and force Zetas to have to rotate safely between their top fort and bottom fort.
Galaxy Quest was looking for a pull there, not going to get it. Dragon Strike already committed. You got to fire that thing so early that even, you know, we saw the miss, but Hanzo was already lining up that shot. Galaxy Quest being jumped onto there is going to port on back. Danny trying to follow. There is Fade being chased away as well as the high fives from Mom Said G-Quit are going to ferry everyone on out of there. Ferret in a bit of trouble as Leo with the long walk is going to try to move it back to safety. Danny a little bit split right now, trying to move away. Has the avatar health for now, but doesn't have a cooldown to jump. Murden going to be pulled back and removed. Possible miscommunication there as the rest of the Zetas went back to clear the lane and Danny continued on forward.
Yeah, and then he tried to dwarf toss away. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the max range dwarf toss. He ended up dropping too close to the turn-in, the box there, and it cut it short. But yeah, there's some opportunities here where we see the target's 1 HP, and they can't confirm the kills, right? So it's like, man, the bullet is pumping out that damage, but it's almost painful to see them walk away at like 5-10% HP.
Dragon Strike comes out in the mid. Seems like an odd scout there. We're going to see an avalanche push Murden away. There's the silence over the wall. A lot of damage going on out here as Delta is going to put in the Entomb from the side. Bunker comes out from Blaze. Leoric is going to go down here as Danny tries to keep up the chase. OJ Juice is next to fall. Fate is being chased out here. Great Stormbolt. And that is May going down. Triple kill for WildHeart Zeta, and that is going to lead to their next turn-in.
Nice. That was pretty sick. I was going to say that this Leoric is going to start popping together. We're not seeing the Dragon Strike with the Entomb, the Warden's Cage. We don't have the Ice Wall setting that up either. It's just kind of like everything's all over the place. I want to see them pull it off. I want to see an Entomb. I want to see that Blizzard there. I want to see that Dragon Strike ripping through.
Definitely the style here from Team Epic Arcane Lizard so far hasn't really been a combo style like we were thinking. There's a little bit of a combo there, like the Dragon Strike's trying to go on out with the Entomb, stuff like that, but they aren't trying to weave all of their ults together at once. They're kind of like keeping them as separate tools to try to use in these fights. And to their credit, they've been doing pretty well with it so far, but it may end up costing them towards the end of the game when they really need to win a decisive team fight.
Got the Bruiser Camp with this push. It's not bad. Pretty good.
There's the cage. Big cage out. There's the Dragon Strike as well. Leoric is going to be first to go down, though. Everyone's still fairly healthy on the side of WildHeart Zeta, just popping all those cage walls as they continue to move on in there. They still have that spell armor during that cast.
Oh, beautiful silence there from Barrett. Nice slow as well.
Just trying to get out of there. OJ Juice is low, jumps over the wall. There's the avalanche to push Greymane away. Stukov can't finish off those kills, so it's going to be only Leoric that goes down so far.
The lanes, though, are looking real nice for the Zetas. They're loving this.
Objective is about to expire, but they have pushed all the way up to all the keep walls here. Big wave in the bottom lane as they have a brief level 16 advantage. See if Team Epic Arcane Lizard can come on through with a defense here as Delta is thinking about a big flank.
This is my Roachling push timing attack here on the bot keep. Oh, looks like they have Colossi. Just vaporized it all. Nice.
16s are here for the blue side, so I'm going to see WildHeart Zeta back off a little bit here. They have almost enough for their next turn-in. Team Epic Arcane Lizard a little bit further away from their next. Boss, of course, is available, so that's something that these teams are going to have to keep an eye on. Lunar is going to be able to just send a Wisp on up there, no problem. Leoric can obviously scout that out fairly safely. We see Delta pushing out that top lane.
Hey,
only 4 more gems needed, though. Oh, the big combo. Bullet comes out onto Fade, and the Cryo Freeze is just melted on through.
Oh, the
big blow-up for WildHeart Zeta. Danny is caught in the Entomb for now. There's the Blaze Bunker, but it's a little bit out of range here. Secret trying to pop those Warden's Cage walls. Everyone going to stay healthy here. And with May down for 30 seconds, oh, big jump over the wall here. Delta trying to get away, and boom, collision course from Blaze is going to knock out a second kill here for WildHeart Zeta, and now they're looking at this top lane.
Collision course is disgusting.
That was the one talent when we were getting the last patch of HOTS. I was like, surely they're like, if there's one balance change, they're going to nerf collision course. And of course they ended up doing nothing, but I was like, if I could change just one thing about the game, it would be nerf collision course. Everything else seems fairly fine. I kind of want Hanzo's natural agility cooldown increased, but I've come to terms with that. Collision course is busted.
Yeah, but you know, without that talent being there and the way it is, I think that entire talent tier would just be pretty bad.
It's kind of a dog tier. I agree. Yeah. There's not a lot going on for 13 for Blaze, but it's, oh god. I think it makes Blaze good at something he shouldn't be good at. That's my issue with Collision Course.
That's dealing that damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragon Strike have come on out here on the top side to try to create some space as the boss is shelling in on this keep. Galaxy Quest looking for an opportunity to go in. 10 seconds on that Warden's Cage. Looks like it's not going to be up in time, though, as this top keep taking too much damage. Will Zeta continue to push in here, or are they going to lean back and find their 20s?
Oh, there's the Entomb coming out there. Oh!
Stukov is going to be pushed away here. Could be an opportunity for Team Epic Arcane Lizard. Core shielding is starting to be bruised. Leo is going in and trying to get that damage reduction out there, doing so fairly effectively. That is a bunker, though, from Blaze. Delta able to walk it away. OJ Juice, very low here. Lucio's got the high five healing, but that's a big stun coming out from Secret. Leo is down. Galaxy Quest is going to get into the base, but this could be a move towards Core. Juan Pablo very low, though. WildHeart Zeta not going to risk it.
Well done. Not bad. Not bad. I think a little bit more focus there. They can look to try to confirm that kill and maybe even end the game. 25 stacks on the Greymane. Oh, he went tooth and claw. Yo, that talent is... That's
you can get in there in auto. It's a pretty good one, but sometimes it's tough to get in there. Ferret's sitting through all of that Dragon Strike, trying to walk it on back here. Huge stun on the front line, though. That is Maiev and Lucio. That is going to be May going down. Greymane with a triple kill. Juan Pablo cleaning him up. And this is going to be WildHeart Zeta walking in that top lane wave.
It also increases the cleave damage, or the Q damage as well, right? Mm-hmm. And because he went with Unfettered Assault, where he's got that Q uptime pretty high, it's pretty disgusting.
You see Zeta pile into the bunker here, throwing out those flames. Delta trying to buy some time, but it's going to be too late here. WildHeart Zeta going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3.
GG. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Very nicely played. Honestly, Team Epic Arcane Lizard, they did a lot more with that comp than I expected. They got a fair amount of siege done where I thought that they were going to struggle. They just couldn't quite... They had to play perfectly in those team fights, and they did multiple times, but the times that they didn't, Zeta could just jump on structures and burn them down so quickly.
Right. They got a lot of value from that first turn because they were able to find those picks right beforehand and kind of open up opportunities for them to just let the minions hit buildings. When people are dead, they can't hit the minions. The minions get a lot of damage done. But
let's check out the post-match here. See what those stats are like. OJ Juice on the Hanzo. Top siege, top hero damage there for Team Epic Arcane Lizard. 62.5 there. Kira on the Lunara. Top hero damage for WildHeart Zeta. 74,500 there. Anything standing out in the talents there? We did get that level 16 Royal Focus for Leoric before the end.
Yep, there's a Royal Focus. Unfortunately, the fights were not slow enough, I guess, to allow Epic Arcane Lizard to really swing them in their favor. Maiev needed to be able to get a bunch of resets. You're playing off Hanzo, who's trying to amplify his spell power to get a big Dragon Strike. It's a little bit difficult. And some of those heroes on the side of Zeta, they're slippery. And then on top of that, you got the bunker too. It just, it's tough.
Looks like we've got our next lobby up here.
Cool game.
Looking like a Team Epic Arcane Lizard map pick here for game number 2. Going to be taking us to our favorite. We're going to be going to Towers of Doom.
Towers
here for game number 2. The teams are loading on in.
Good old Todd.
Can't go wrong with a good old Todd. Now, do we see Murky? That's my question.
Do you know something I know? I mean, I don't know. We saw Murky yesterday. I saw Murky yesterday on this map. Yeah. So, I hope not.
This is the Murky map, man. You can do it. Tell Whisper to make it happen.
It's also the Asmodan map, right? I've seen the Asmodans kind of run the gamut here. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, we'll have to see what they do. Before we get into this draft, we're going to do another promo. It's promo time. Heroes International NA qualifiers as presented by Nexus Gaming Series. There's still time before qualifier number 2. You want to be a part of this? You want to play some cool games against some cool folks? It's open signups. Next qualifier, September 10th and 11th. Head on over to heroesinternational.net to learn more and to check out the GoFundMe. This is a community-funded prize pool with quite a bit put down at the start. Get to reach extra tiers, like extra production value for the tournament, extra players being flown in, all sorts of great stuff. So, heroesinternational.net. Learn more about that.
Definitely sign up. From what I've been seeing, anything is game. Anything can happen here. You know, the teams that you might think are at the top, they can bleed. And it'd be cool to see some upsets and see some fresh faces. It was a Falstad Sylvanas banned for Zetas, and it was what was banned? Lucio. What was banned?
Lucio and something. I can't remember what the 4th ban was.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was either. Was it Blaze? I guess we'll find out here in just a second. But
now they're trying to remember what they banned. There's the plays.
Yeah.
Coming on out there. They're going to speed run this draft till the second half. Hopefully they remember. It looked like the picks for Zeta were starting to come through, but I didn't actually see what they were until the lobby collapsed.
There was a Johanna Maev, and there was a Brightwing Hogger.
Junkrat, Brightwing, Hogger was the left.
That's right.
It was Johanna Maev on the right, but the 3-4 picks for Zeta were starting to come through. I just didn't see what they were.
They were... I don't know. Can't remember.
Well, we shall see. We had a noob ban. We had something else. I was so traumatized. I forgot what happened. Second half of the draft. It was a Mephisto ban. I do recall that. Mephisto can definitely do some work into Junkrat. Junkrat's great until he takes any damage at all. And Mephisto's pretty good at doing that.
Definitely. If you got too many ranged heroes, Mephisto kind of destroys there also. Because just the positioning that the ranged heroes typically have, they're spaced out, they're spread out, they're never clumped, and Mephisto's like perfect. You're in the perfect range of my W, of my lightning. I'm going to eat you guys alive. I can get back there. Ooh,
Zeta reveals the picks. We've got Juan Pablo bringing out that fabled Phoenix here. Ferret's going to go for the Deckard, so we've got some serious area control and some great slows to enable that Phoenix damage here for WildHeart Zeta. Team Epic Arcane Lizard. It is going to be that Stitches coming on out for Fade, and Galaxy Quest is going to bring the Li Ming here.
Li Ming over Chromie. I think Chromie, I guess...
Ming can get away from Phoenix a little bit better.
Sure. But Chromie's range is so, like, huge. So...
Yeah. They did it. Artanis is picked by Secret. What a gamer.
Go. We both gasped at the same time.
The gamer supreme is here.
Nice. Ooh, the Artanis crush. What's up with this Artan? What do you think is happening here?
I think they needed someone to go back and get that Junkrat. And I think Arcanis can do that.
Alright.
That's what I think. I also think they might just be pandering to me, but we'll see.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right. OBS is hanging up funny, so we're just going to go straight to the in-game stream here while we check out our two teams. Stitch's Junkrat ran the Nexus for quite a while here. It's a scary comp here on towers. Do you feel like WildHeart Zeta's got the comp to deal with this?
You know what? They have a lot of damage themselves, though. There's a lot of damage potential on their team, and a lot of health, a lot of HP, a lot of shielding, a lot of sustain that exists that allows them to just deal that damage. When you got Wombo Combo, Junkrat, Li Ming, Stitch's Hook, there's going to be a lot of bodies flying around that Stitches is going to have the tools to deal with. At least not alone. We'll see. I mean, I'm always terrified of Stitch's Junkrat. Some crazy stuff can happen. The boops and the traps and the gorges, and before you know it, you think you're winning, and it just happens.
5, 4, 3.
We finally got ourselves a game here. It's game number 2 in this series. WildHeart Zeta looking to close it out. Team Epic Arcane Lizard looking to come on back here. The spiciness is in the chat. These teams are friends, by the way. Don't worry, chat. It's okay. It's all right. Don't report anybody. They're chill. Juan Pablo going to be booped on forward there using that shield, but goes down to half health pretty quickly. Nice route there onto Artanis with the polymorph. I see a bit of that phase shielding. Oh, Fade is swapped on in here. There's the Maiev pull and just so much repositioning. Can they get this kill onto Stitches? No. Oh, down to 5 health, but it's not enough. Great heals there from Brightwing, keeping everyone alive.
That was crazy, man. That big splat. I saw it flying. It was slow motion. I was like, oh, this is it. Oh, all right, cool.
So
nice.
Close, so close.
This level 1 on the Tassadar, man. What's look, you're the Artanis master, I guess.
Wait a ding-dang minute. It's a stacking Artanis. What are you doing to be secret? Oh, big hook onto Ferret there. Nice polymorph to follow it up. Danny's going to try to peel away here as Decker throws those self-potions. Johanna a little bit low. Fade pulled in there by Kira. Mom said G-Quit is going to get G taken down. Stitches falls as well. And Juan Pablo with a great counter flank there. That is, if there's one thing Phoenix is good at, an engage happens on one side, Phoenix just moves to the other side.
He moves to the other side and starts ripping that backline apart, man.
Goodness me.
He's, when you're playing Phoenix like that, it really ramps up. If you're letting him deal the damage, it ramps up quick, and it hurts, and he just feels like a monster. He's
So this Artanis talent, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it in general, but we are on Towers of Doom. I still think I'd like Amateur Opponent to be able to go and take a camp, go and slap a wall, maybe build towards a 5 or a 6 cap over time. But if that's not your game plan, the extra siege value I can see not, prioritizing that. And instead just going for a little bit of extra auto attack in the late.
I wonder, I'm gonna have to ask the question, I guess, but I wonder if the lane matchup is the reason why he's going this build.
I mean, you get a lot of autos onto Hogger. There's no doubt there. But Hogger isn't really winning in a trade. Hogger's winning by just clearing your lane faster. Now, it is a 1-1-3, so you're not as worried about that. Artanis is just going to feed on the wave, feed on Hogger when he comes on up there. Still, I mean, I just like Amateur Opponent in every situation, basically. I just don't think the other two talents bring enough.
Okay. Goes Maiev on the top side, looking for a flank. Finds a tether on the 2 here.
Kira going for a big pull back. There's Phoenix strafing over everybody. OJ Juice is going to fall as well as the Brightwing. Delta coming on down to try to flank here is going to bounce off that loot horde. Fade in some trouble as Kira cannot be contained here. Of course, Maiev able to use that Vault of the Wardens just to shed the aggro of that fort and start up the siege once again.
Nice job. Here's some of that wave clear here on the level 7, the Solarite Reaper. That gives Artanis wave clear.
Yes.
that right there, you know. So
That will help out specifically on the wave clear. Amateur opponent, the wave clear difference isn't really that much. Solarite Reaper does help out.
yeah, pretty cool comp to be seen right now. Just very aggressive, can do many things on the map, and fits their playstyle.
I mean, like you said, there's the synergy coming from the Johanna Maya. They're both just tethering people together, bringing them together, and then Phoenix just throws the laser on everybody, and it's just mass damage onto the whole team at once. Team Epic Arcane Lizard, their back is 4 down here in the bottom lane. They still got their fort standing, so they're not quite on the back foot just yet. Kira on the top side thinking about a flank, but good positioning here from Team Epic Arcane Lizard, as they know that they're behind a level right now. They don't exactly want to get into another situation where they get picked off.
Oh,
Goes for the fadeaway hook, doesn't quite get it. WildHeart Zeta, a healthy experience lead right now.
oof! If your Stitches, you're not feeling good about that globe count at level 1. You're wishing that you can rotate and grab some stuff, but well, we'll see. Again, this is Stitches. That here is a coin flip. At any point, it goes from you're down to 3 levels to you just won the game with 1 hook.
Absolutely. That's something that Zeta's going to have to watch out for as the game goes on. Now, if they can take a structure advantage down here in the bottom lane, that really limits what Stitches can do. But even then, just a random hook into the kill zone, a random hook to ruin your positioning, and all of a sudden they can fight their way back onto the map.
Yeah, these 3 sappers are going to land. They're going to take this fort down.
There they go.
Now they're
Fort
stuck
has
underneath.
fallen.
They got no cover here. Here comes Kira on the top side. Gets a nice tether, maybe? No, didn't get it.
Ult comes on out, but does not land onto
wow.
Brightwing. Still going to hit Junkrat, though. Gonna see the containment disc
That
come
was
on out onto
rough.
Stitches. Kira looking for a pull back. Stay a while and listen. A moment too late there from Ferret. Fade able to walk it away. But still, WildHeart Zeta controls the bottom lane here.
Yeah, they got to look for something. They're gonna have to find a pick onto somebody. Typically, at this point in the game, if you're on the blue side here, this is happening to you in your game. They're looking to find a pick on the offlaner, on somebody that's gonna go pick up Soak, because getting that bot structure is gonna be very difficult. You waste a lot of time down there too while you lose XP across the map.
Tens have arrived now for both sides. Zeta's got the Purifier Beam, Containment Disc, Falling Sword, Purification Salvo. This Junkrat actually goes down on the bottom side. Fade is trying to take away Kira here.
Oh.
Nice stun there from the Shockwave, and Maiev is down. Saw
was
that
weird.
Shockwave Gorge. We got the Wave of Force, Blink Heal, and Riptire as well.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to find those picks there. We saw Kira just kind of, for some reason, walk back into the Stitches after vaulting. And easy Gorge, free kill. Get back into this game.
Double Alter Face coming on up next on the top side here. Looks like moving in aggressively. Fade wants to find a pick. Is not going to quite get the hook there onto Secret. Danny walking up there is going to get hit. Will stay fairly healthy. Junkrat on the bottom side here means this is most likely just a simple trade. We'll see if WildHeart Zeta is going to try to make it across here. Doesn't look like they're going to get there. Mom said G-Quit. Gets the channel, and that is 5 for 3 on those shots, as WildHeart Zeta does have the 4-2 structure advantage.
Wait, I just noticed it. Yeah, it's the Purifier Beam.
This is a Purifier Beam, and OJ Juice caught once again there. Danny with a great walk-on down to let Juan Pablo wipe up that kill. The range on that phase bomb is really seems to be throwing Junkrat off guard. A lot of Phoenixes just stick in that repeater cannon the entire time, but I think let me check that Phoenix Town. Yeah,
It
Arsenal
increases the
Synergy
radius, right?
gets the big splash on that bomb.
Yeah,
It also has an innate longer range.
Yeah, true. Also, when it splashes, that's how it creates 150% more damage in a 50% larger area. So, it's gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah, they're posturing up here. They gotta be careful with these hooks. Fade catches one. Good
So
spell.
far, Danny's been doing a pretty good job of seeing the hook
there's a
come
gorge
on
on the
out. There's the
Phoenix.
gorge on the Phoenix. The sleep does
Beautiful
land, but a great
cleanse.
cleanse. Falling Sword comes on out, and that's going to allow Juan Pablo to warp on back to safety. A lot of save tools used. Ferret is going to get hooked into the root. Danny is going to try to get him out of there, but Arcane to fall. It's Juan Pablo trying to trade out here as Hogger's actually going to go down on the right. Maiev and Artanis were on that chase for quite a while there. So a 1-for-1 across the map here as Sappers are threatening to cross the bottom line.
Alter's coming up here, so this is going to give Epic Arcane Lizard some breathing room to clear these Sappers, potentially get this fort back. And if they're not, if Danny's not careful, he'll give him a pick. Like I said, they'll slowly inch their way back into this game. They're not down too much XP. Level, you know, we're still seeing talents here. Oh, the hook! Oh my god, it's
Phoenix is going to be bumped back, silenced there by the trap. Nice falling sword from Danny is going to allow Phoenix to escape here. Kira committed, tries to get the containment disc, but has enough to walk away. Nice jump to get over the hook. That hook is long now as level 13 is passed by Team Epic Arcane Lizard.
Take too many skirmishes like that as Zeta, you end up giving this fort because you're gonna run out of resources. You're gonna have to go back home. You're gonna have to reset. You better respect this gorge. This is fishing hook. It's online.
Fade over the top is going to hit Phoenix, and we're going to see a swap there from Artanis to try to get Fade on back. There's the pull from Maiev. Juan Pablo going to be moved to safety. Deckard with a very, very nice sleep there as Stitches falls, but the kill zone is going to mop up Johanna and Artanis. Delta is looking for Kira, but the shade of Maiev is able to warp back to safety. 2-for-1 there for Epic Arcane Lizard.
2-for-1. They close that experience gap just a little bit. Force their opponents to back up, and they're going to siege up here and get this back, get some of that XP, and look to just reset the map. Just reset, easy peasy. They're playing patiently, they're doing their thing, picking up the soak and punishing Zetas.
Siege continues here on the bottom side, but triple altar phase is coming on up here. Augur trying to take that left side camp. Maiev already waiting on the top side. 10 seconds till the channel here as we see Johanna and Artanis coming out of the base. Looks like this structure is going to go down just in time here for Team Epic Arcane Lizard, but we'll see what they can contest.
Be swift, heroes. Do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the...
Yeah, that was spooky. That was spooky.
Danny, big flank here. Galaxy Quest is able to move on back. OJ Juice put down to half. Big phase bomb from Juan Pablo, who's chasing in 1v3. Starts to move on back there. Artanis gets the right side channel for 4 shots here for WildHeart Zeta. Here comes the Riptire as the interrupt onto Danny. Kira working with Fade here on the top side. As this fight continues, Augur gets the top left here for Team Epic Arcane Lizard. 4 shots there for the blue team.
He's got a flank. Potentially the shockwave. We see the Kira though. Or we see the Maiev just kind of zoning him out. Oh,
Fade a
big
little bit
damage.
low. Right wing in trouble here. Falling Sword comes out from Danny. That's a big save tool gone. Kira's going to get a huge Umbral Bind and is going to try to go for those resets. Everyone very low here. Mom said G-Quid going to be the first to fall. Fade goes for the Gorge but gets taken down. OJ Juice flashed down. There goes Li Ming as well. And the ace is in for WildHeart Zeta.
What an explosive fight. All the abilities started coming out, and you could tell it was like ramping up. Everyone was playing this game of chicken. Who's going to pop first? Who's going to move first? And then right there at the very end, we see Juan Pablo walking forward, putting enough pressure on the back line with the Phoenix, the phase bomb, to force a response. They couldn't get the kill. They overcommit, couldn't get the kill. Johanna, Maiev gets a tether, reset after reset. It was insane. A lot of big damage, a lot of big setup. It's tough. It's tough. The Stitches by itself on that front line. It's definitely a challenge.
Very nicely played, putting the core health down to 5 here. Team Epic Arcane Lizard down to 1 structure as well as WildHeart Zeta moving up to the top side to try to take a 6th. Bottom side structure will be claimed before any extra shots are going to fire. But still, Team Epic Arcane Lizard down 3 levels currently, about to be down level 20s. This is going to be a long way back for them.
Yeah, pretty brutal. 5 shots left on the core. Let's see if they can hold on. Next, it's going to be a double altar phase. So not only are they losing stuff across the map, they got a double altar phase they got to deal with. They better not lose anybody before this objective phase. Swap coming out on the fade. Can he get out of there?
Fade in trouble here. Gets below 300, but does survive. Kira trying to go into the back. Purifier Beam is going to push Delta on out of there. Sleep catches Junkrat. Junkrat is going to fall. Big pick from WildHeart Zeta. Silence is good onto Ming. Secret wants a swap, is going to hit it. Galaxy Quest not able to blink away. Now Delta is being chased on out of here.
Those pots aren't yours, man.
Augur being run out of town. Phoenix blinking on back to safety here. Augur is going for the super bounce, but oh no, gets the knockback. Augur might still make it out. We're going to keep on this trace here as Kira is looking for a tether. Big dodge. Delta gets the bounce. Oh, there's the falling sword. Danny with the ult is going to wrap up that kill. And looks like Sappers just waiting for the altars is going to be it here. They're spawning on in. This is going to be WildHeart Zeta picking up the victory.
Take the altars and put an end.
GG, well played. Well played. Perfect gems. Love to see it. Okay, we're going to have to talk about the safety numbers, though. We're going to have to talk about that one.
Very nicely played. WildHeart Zeta coming out with the big victory there on towers.
All right, Crush, you got your Artanis game.
I got my Artanis game. We did it. And one thing I did see that was pretty cool was swap after containment disc, because you're silenced. You can't move away. It's a little bit of a tough timing. Honestly, a little bit of a tough timing. Probably a little bit of communication to get that done. But, yeah, cool combos. Very cool combos there from WildHeart Zeta. Team Epic Arcane Lizard, they got their Gorge play a couple of times, but unfortunately, with the map pushed in the way it was, they just didn't have a lot of opportunities to retreat to a safe spot there.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, you're playing, you know, Stitches, you're looking for the picks. You got the two backliners with the Leeming and the Junkrat. It's tough to find those things. And even if you do try to find a target, a hook target, if you do find something, man, that falling sword was... We saw Danny there just pull it out. It was really powerful. Even pulling somebody like a Maiev or a Johanna into your team, that's grounds for just getting engaged on as well.
Taking a quick look at the stats here. OJ Juice on the Junkrat, top hero damage for Team Epic Arcane Lizard, 45.5 coming on out there. Juan Pablo on the Phoenix, as we often see him do, leading the way on Siege, leading the way on hero damage, and leading the way on killing blows. One of the 3 Phoenix players left on the server, showing why a hero can still do work.
Intaro Adu.
Throw the talents up for a moment here, and we'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winners.
So to talk about this Artanis, but with the Protector of Iron stacking up that auto attack damage over the course of the game, I think it was sitting at like 7 to 10%. I can't remember. I'm getting some serious deja vu right now. Wow. Shield Surge. Do you like this talent versus like the other one that what is it? The one that increases
battery.
The one that the cooldown reduction one or something like that.
Honestly, they're mathematically so close that it almost doesn't matter. I think on paper, Blue Shield should come out ahead for Green Shield, but honestly, like, pick or choose. It's not that big of a difference.
Sure.
It was Green Shield for so long until like one balance patch a while ago that I don't really begrudge Artanis's for still picking that over the blue. I prefer the blue because I do, you know, it's a little bit better for taking PvE, but
yeah,
having shields at low health is also pretty useful for a team fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like we are going to get ourselves an interview. Why don't you meet me down in lobby number 2?
All right, let's do it.
All right, we'll wait for our interviewees in here. Hello, hello, Ferret, welcome.
Hey. What's
Congratulations on the 2-0.
So what's up?
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Really nicely
done. Stukov,
done.
Man. People forget that Stukov's a good hero, and you're someone that showcases just how good that hero is. Tell me a little bit about that hero. Why you guys like it, and why are people picking it so much? We're seeing Anduins before Stukovs.
Yeah, I think like Suka was really really good. Like with the reactive ballista spores, I think they changed that. As one of the final patches. I think they nerfed it a little bit if I remember correctly. He was really good at like just being really defensive. A lot of options, mega heals, double mega heals, physical armor, but then there's also that silence, the E. That can you can just go really aggro with it, and if you have a team that can really support, like enable that,
Mhm.
then and that's what we go for. We just try to find a pick, just drop the silence on them, don't let them do anything, and just finish them off. That extra damage really really does add up at the talent at level 1.
Yeah.
In that
Nice.
game number 1 comp with that Stukov, did the May throw off the engage plans at all there? It seemed like the Jaina ban was for a similar reason, since you're piling up on one spot for an engage. Did you have to change your comms or your engage at all into that May?
Yeah, we just had to really pay more attention to whenever she dropped her blizzard, or if she was in a position to snowball. I took my massive shove just in case she ever got close to snowball. I would just be there ready to just push her away. Didn't always work out. I mean, she did get a couple good ones in, but overall, I think even against the May, the silence, if you can engage on her, even with her, like, she can't ice block if she's
Yeah.
silenced, and if she does ice block, just put the silence down below her, and when she's out, she can't do anything. And as long as we can threaten out the rest of their team, which I feel like we did a good job of doing, like we could isolate a target or get a group of them, then it would work out in the end.
Worked out very
Nice.
well today. Very nicely done. Tell me about how the season's going so far. We're in week number 4 here. We've still got plenty of matchups left. But do you feel like the team is coming together well, evolving well?
Yeah, we've been playing together for a while, but I feel like this is probably our best season yet. We've been having a lot of help with getting coaching on like our drafts and kind of a bit about how to use different team comps and what to really look for, like when to take camps, and just generally like how we can synergize well with each other. We're focusing on comms, things like that as well. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I think the best is yet to come.
Nice.
Any big matchups? Any teams from the past that are still ahead of you here in the schedule?
I don't really see it that way. I think just one game at a time. Whoever it is, we do our research, uh, and no rivalries. I don't hold any kind of grudges or anything like that. I just look forward to play the next game,
Okay.
Nice.
and we'll take it one step at a time as a team.
Right on. How is just real quick? How has the experience overall, you think, been having somebody doing like the draft prep for you guys and coming in and doing that for the match? Not a lot of teams get to have that kind of experience. What has that like been for you? You kind of show up and someone tells you what to pick. How does that feel overall?
I mean, it feels fine to me. I enjoy playing most healer. I mean, I like playing most heroes. I just love the game, But as long as the comp makes sense to me, and it always does, I'm fine playing it. And just for the love of the game, I'm always willing to try out new things too.
Yeah.
And I'm not the most comfortable on Stukov actually, but like I do like playing.
No shot. No way that's real. That's got to be fake news.
Well, I mean, compared to some of the other healers, but a lot of the healers that I feel most comfortable on, they're like Karazim and like Tyrande. So.
Yeah, for sure. Right on. And real quick, I got one more question. What's up with safety and numbers? Why do you like that talent?
Why do I like that talent? Well,
Yeah.
okay, so I like that talent because honestly, I don't really care about the armor increase. I'm fine with the base armor you get from the normal trait, but the mana regen is what I really look for, and you can just spam potions, spam everything. You never run out of mana, and I like being around people. Safety in numbers. Like
Okay.
I take that literally. Um,
All right.
sure. I do take some other traits sometimes, but I really just like safety in numbers. I love the mana regen. And
I'm
just
about to mess
I
with
never really have to back, and nobody will have to back because you can just spam those potions.
Yeah, right on. Cool.
Awesome stuff. All right, Ferret, congrats on the 2-0. Well done today. Are there any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Yes, shout out my team. Um, we've been playing for a while together, and our first season as the WildHeart Zetas. Uh, you know, it's nice. And shout out to you for casting the game. I always appreciate that. It always makes it more interesting, knowing that you're being casted. It's a little bit of a different feel. Like no screwing around because everybody's gonna see it. But that's it.
All right,
Right on,
fantastic.
man.
Congrats again on the win, and look forward to seeing you in the future weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, GG's.
GG's.
Goon, I'll call you back.
All right.
All right, let's get Goon back on the line. Get the pop out, get the thing lined up. Fantastic.